where you want it.
Bay 12, please.
Hello there, Transformers fans, and welcome back to another Bay 12 video review. Today we are reviewing the Transformers Legacy Evolution animated universe, Prowl. This is pretty cool. Now, I think it's weird how Hasbro with Legacy Evolution and Legacy from the past year has been doing very good updates that are more or less true to character design, true to animation from their respective universe with some characters, but G1izing others. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like these G1ized designs. I am a big fan of them, and this figure is one of the cases where Prowl doesn't truly need a modern update, considering he was part of a very modern line and a lot of the animated figures still hold up to today. But at the same time, some of those Prime Universe characters do need some really good updates, because yes, that one was a later line than animated, but some of the figures just, well, they were a product of their time. Hasbro was really cheaping out on some things, and it very much reflected in the Transformers Prime toy line in some cases. So we need some good actual Prime updates at some point, Hasbro. However, I really like this, and I like this for a couple of reasons. One, like I said, we already have a really good animated representation of Prowl. Heck, there's actually a few different good ones. And this is also, I don't know if somebody on the Hasbro design team purposefully did this and just knew, and back from the days from Fun Publications, but there was a time in the Transformers Collector Club comic where the classic universe Prowl did take on this body design. Now, it's not 100% accurate to that take on that universe version of Prowl, but it's very, very close, and it's very cool for a fan who was around and a part of the Transformers Collectors Club when it was at the height of its time. So anyway, here he is in the packaging. He looks awesome. You've got some artwork of Prowl in bike mode there, some robot mode artwork shots on the side, Legacy Evolution artwork on that side, and shots of the figure as well as the play features. And yes, he does have his ninja stars. I love that they brought that feature back too. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the packaging. And here he is out of the box. And this figure looks incredible. This is an awesome translation of the very stylized Transformers animated universe artwork to that Generation 1 style. And it looks really cool. A nice, decent size, very good articulation. Head is on a ball joint. Fully articulated shoulders, upper biceps, single jointed elbows. Wrists go in and out. There's no swivel on that, and that's due to transformation. He's got the flashing red and blue lights that go on the rear of the bike mode and were on the back of his forearms, just like in Transformers Animated. He's got the stripes there on his shoulders and his forearms. His little wing bits there on his back. I like how we've got the crest that the original Prowl had, as well as animated Prowl had. That face sculpt is really good. The visor looks awesome. You got the Autobot symbol right there. You've got the Chips riding pants thighs right there, which I also really like. And of course, in his legs are his ninja stars. And just like the original animated universe toy, you just rotate them to flare out the blades, which he can kind of hold in both hands. His left hand is more suited, more molded to hold it than his right hand is, so it's kind of a shame that he can't really hold them in both hands very well, but he can still hold them in both hands, so that's still pretty cool. For comparison, here he is next to the actual animated universe Prowl, so you can see them side by side. And yeah, the original animated universe Prowl figure is a good amount taller. This one comes up to about of his shoulder, but I still love the original toy. Now this is actually the samurai armor version, not the original release, but overall it's the same mold, just with extra bits. The only difference is really the flashing lights are both blue, and the ninja stars, while they still come out of the leg, they don't actually articulate open, which was kind of a shame with this release. But with the other accessories, it was still a pretty cool trade-off, I think. Anyway, there they are side by side. And next up, here he is next to the G1 Universe Prowl design. So there you have classic Prowl, and I like how comparable in size they are in their robot modes. They're more or less the same height, and it's really cool seeing the two designs just kind of come together into this awesome figure right here. Transformation is pretty cool, and I also really like about this figure that it's not a repaint slash retool of the Prime Universe RC figure like a few other figures were in the Legacy line. I like that this is its own figure mold. So first what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to the arms. We're going to flip in those hands. Next we're going to come back here, lift the seat up, rotate his legs to the side, and then we're going to rotate these sections forward, and then we're going to lift up this section right here, and then we're going to lift up the head like so. We're going to bring down the waist. We're going to bring back the arms. Those are going to tab together. Bring that seat down like so. Rotate that waist back the other way, and then flip these sections up. And then on both sides, these little tips are going to tab into that little slot right there. It's a very shallow tab, but that's your stopping point. That's your guide as to how far back these pieces go. Next, what we're going to do is you're going to rotate that leg, and then we're going to rotate this section right here. And this foot is going to meet up. The front of the foot is going to become part of the front of the bike right there. So there you go. Get that nice and fitted into place. And then this leg, you're going to rotate it to the side like that. And then we're going to bring that section down. And these two little tabs are going to tab in the in-between sections of these two pieces right here. So just line those tabs up. Click it into place. Make sure nothing else came undone on you. And also on that other foot is the kickstand. So each leg goes to a specific place. They're not really interchangeable. You do want the waist to face a specific way to make sure you get it. But once you do, it does roll really nice, even with the stars there. And I also really like how they are staggered. So you have one star facing on this side and the other star facing on the other side of the bike, which is also very cool. And from the top down, it looks very nice also. There's the flashing red and blue lights. There is the windshield and front section of the bike, and then the back of his head, much like the Junkion figures, has the little dials and stuff. Now it's just solid black molded plastic. It'd be nice if there was some little paint details there just to make it show up just a little bit better, make it a little bit more visible. But even still, it's cool that they molded it on the back of his head at the very least. And real quick, for comparison in bike mode, here is the animated G1 Stylized Universe Prowl next to the animated Stylized Universe Prowl, so you can see them side by side. And in bike mode, their size is actually a lot closer than in robot mode, which is pretty cool. And I absolutely love how the similarities to their bike modes is actually a lot closer in design-wise than their similarities in robot mode. Definitely translated well with their bike mode, I think. And here he is next to classic police car Prowl from the G1 universe, so you can see them side by side. And I love this, but I don't know, I kind of like this design just a little bit more now. Just seeing a G1ized animated universe Prowl, just, I don't know, it's really exciting. And animated Prowl was a very, very cool and unique characterization of the character. I love animated universe Prowl. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's review featuring the new Transformers Legacy Evolution animated universe Prowl. This is a very, very awesome figure. and a great blend of two very iconic designs of these different incarnations of this character into one really awesome action figure. And I really love it, especially since, intentional or not, it's really cool that this character design did actually appear in official Transformers media years ago and was probably just forgotten about. I don't know if there was just one Hasbro employee on the design team who was like, hey, why don't we do it this way? Knowing based off of that other design or not, but regardless, it's very well done. It's an awesome figure, and I can't wait to see what other G1I's animated characters we get in the future. So stay tuned for more. Like and subscribe. Follow us on social media. Check out our other content here on Bay 12, and in case you're local or visiting in town, come by our store. It's inside the Shops at Willowbend Mall in Plano, Texas. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. Transform and roll out.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.